Postage stamps are primarily seen as objects to collect, mount on pages, and display in albums. But for some, stamps serve as artistic inspiration and also the medium of their creative expression. Today I'd like to introduce you to 3 of those artists and to show you how each of them, in their own way, have incorporated postage stamps into their art. First up is Suzanne Ray. Suzanne's been a stamp collector since the age of 10 and a few years ago dropped out of the corporate rat race in order to devote her full time to the philatelic life. She is the chairman of the Philatelic Traders Society, or PTS, which is one of the premier trade groups for stamp dealers. And when she's not busy fulfilling her duties in that role, she can be found creating stamp collages, stamp sculptures, and even stamp greeting cards. These angel wings are made from Great Britain's Machen stamps bearing the Queen's portrait. And she's utilized the various colors of those Machen stamps to bring a beautiful shimmering quality to those wings. Machens were also utilized in creating this Volkswagen microbus. For this depiction of a British penny red, hundreds of actual penny red stamps were used. She also creates 3D art. For example here, for a dinner at Lord's Cricket Club, real cricket balls were covered with, once again, real penny reds. And here's a wonderful elephant sculpture making great use of 3 different colored Machen stamps. And this next one is a stunning peacock. Although this one appears to make use of paper currency. And then there are the greeting cards, such as these, which utilize stamps to convey the message from the sender. Now, besides creating artwork, Suzanne also owns an Etsy shop in which she sells stamp and art supplies to help other artists create their own postage stamp art. She also has a blog in which you can find helpful hints in the creation of your art. If you are interested in obtaining artwork by Suzanne, you can contact her through her website or on Twitter, and you can commission a piece of art to your own specifications, even choosing which stamps you would like to use. Our next artist is Terry Amon. Now, Terry's been a stamp collector since Napoleon was a corporal, but about 15 years ago he decided to combine his interest in both stamp collecting and art and started creating collages in mixed media with postage stamps as a primary element. And then about 4 years ago, he combined his love of cars and models with his stamps and created Stamps on Wheels, in which model cars are decorated with postage stamps. Here's an example of one of his collages honoring the Chicago Blackhawks championship season. It utilizes several different U.S. Olympic hockey stamps as the background in a collage featuring photos and newspaper clippings. In this collage, the United States Heroes semi-postal stamp figures prominently in this homage to the World Trade Center. This one, honoring Martin Luther King Jr., makes stunning use of Martin Luther King commemorative and 3 other stamp designs as the background for the other collage elements. And this tribute to the U.S. space program utilizes several space-themed stamps as a backdrop for the collage. Moving on to his Stamps on Wheels, this pickup is not only decorated with stamps, but is also hauling a bundle of stamps in the bed. Here's a funny car that is tricked out in clown stamps. And this vintage Ford has a paint job made up of Henry Ford stamps. And on this chopper, the writer is displaying his colors with a Frankenstein stamp on his jacket. Now, Terry does not actively market his work and does not maintain a web shop or a website, relying mainly on word of mouth. So if you would like to find out more about his art, you can contact him through Twitter, where his username is StampKing29. Now, our third artist is Tanya Gillings, who did not start out as a stamp collector, but when she received some stamps that were otherwise headed for the trash bin, she began using them to make greeting cards for her family. And to make them a little more interesting, instead of having just a bare postage stamp on a card, she painted backgrounds around the stamps that match the style of the stamp and the coloration. And this developed further into making miniature works of canvas art, which she was able to place in a local gallery. To show you how this works, she starts with a stamp such as this one depicting a West Highland Terrier and places it in the middle of a canvas. She then paints a background on the canvas that matches the style and the coloring of the stamp. The result is a fantastic piece of miniature art where the postage stamp blends almost seamlessly into the canvas. Here's another one that starts with a United States lighthouse stamp. Here are a few more examples for your viewing pleasure, and I'll let you watch them without any further comment from me because I'm really kind of ignorant when it comes to art commentary. Tanya maintains a website with a gallery of her work along with pieces available for sale. You can also commission her to create a piece of art, starting with a stamp of your own choosing. You can follow Tanya on Twitter and Instagram, where her username is as shown here on this slide, and you can visit her website, gallery, and online shop at tanyagillings.co.uk. So there we have 3 stamp artists with 3 unique styles, all incorporating postage stamps into their art. And that is the proverbial tip of the iceberg. There are many, many more stamp artists using postage stamps in their art, which I could not include in this video. And if you have a particular favorite stamp artist, let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, I hope you'll take a second to just click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified of future episodes as they go up. So thanks for joining me in this episode, and until next time, don't worry, be stampy.